wanted to create something unique and special on the island. We both fell in love with the island. We both have long histories with Manitoulin.
Right from the start, they've wanted to employ people from the island, to give people the opportunity to have full-time jobs that would pay to allow people to stay here.
A very fundamental and primary goal that Eleanor and I had was to create something that wasn't competitive with other local businesses. I think we were the first Kickstarter campaign for brewery related in Ontario, if not Canada. We certainly had a lot of support from our local economic development organization, Lana. The government support in the early days with some of the conditional grants was really significant to acquire some of the major capital assets. It was just an overwhelming response of, yes, we really want a local beer.
Well, it definitely brings people in. You know, you come here in the summertime and the patio's full, right? Yeah, it's great to see.
My name's Barrett Campbell. I'm the head brewer here at Split Rail Brewing Co. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming to our second annual cask tapping event to celebrate another successful batch of our split barrel aged products.
We've had a tremendous amount of growth since 2016 even. It's just been every year we grow that much more.
When you're carbonating a beer, you have two ways of going at it. You could force carbonate it, and you could go the route of naturally carbonating it. Forced carbonation, the bubbles feel larger, look larger when you're drinking it compared to natural carbonation, and a naturally carbonated beer will have a noticeably tighter and denser head on it. So you get a creamier feel to the beer.
When we launched, it was not our intention to provide food, but the current climate is such that the consumer really does want food when they come to a brewery now. And so we've adjusted to accommodate, and we've always worked with various other restaurants and food providers or farmers, but increasingly each year, that's a more important part of our space here.
They provide the food, we provide the beer and the location, which makes for a great pairing.
So people can come have meetings, people can come. This year we're doing Christmas dinners.
And this time of year, there's not a whole lot going on Manitoulin Island, so people really appreciate an excuse to get out of the house.
Create a space that people really want to come, relax, appreciate, have local art, local food, local value-added products that support other suppliers and makers and artists, etc.
There's so many great things here on the island. All the different indigenous stops to make. The Cup and Saucer Trail, that is always a hit with people. If you took the swing bridge, then it's great to go down and run down the South Bay Mouth and see that Chi-Chi-Mong coming in.
I and my business partner, Eleanor, we're both originally from Toronto. I came up here my whole life, basically. Lived here on and off since my early 20s.
Our population probably quadruples in the summertime. You have to be ready for the fast season and slow season. As long as you are prepared for that and can handle it, it works out well.
But it's definitely an adjustment. A lot of the crew that we have today come from elsewhere. Some are from the island and some are not.
The island life for us as workers is awesome. There's a huge focus on family on the island. So, yes, things close early so that people can go home and have dinners with their family and spend time around the campfires at their own houses. You have to accept that. That's part of life.
If you're coming to the island, you're probably interested in, nature and the arts. And if those kind of activities are really of interest to you or your family, it's a beautiful, wonderful place to be. Flexibility, adaptability, things change and circumstances are not as maybe straightforward or simple as they would be in the city.
A lot of things have happened in this world that have caused people to want to support local even greater. So that makes the North even more viable.
We need to secure regular business streams or revenues from off the island. The season is very short. We have the beer store and LCBOs, licensees, and now, of course, like many others, we have online shipping as well.
I'd just like to examine what's coming out of the end of the line. So it has a little bit of a haze to it, but typically for us, because our product is unfiltered and unpasteurized, that haze will settle out a couple days after the packaging.
Good people is your sort of number one resource.
Everybody watches everybody else's back and makes sure that they're successful.
We're not a family-run business, but in some ways we are. We all bring ideas, we all have strengths and weaknesses, and we all try and work as cohesively together as possible, yeah.
Nobody's in a rush. Everybody's kind of chilling. Nobody is having a bad day when they come into the brewery.